Previously on Movie Analysis Star Wars Sequels Edition, we made fun of the plot. This episode, we'll be going over the main issue of The Last Jedi. Spoiler warnings for this episode include The Last Jedi and Prison Break. Why Prison Break? Well, stay tuned in. But seriously, there are going to be spoilers for that show. If you've not watched that show, click off of this episode. It's a really good show, and I really do not want you guys receiving spoilers. I had a few of my friends at school tell me that about 2-3 weeks after The Rise of Skywalker, after The Rise of Skywalker came out, they actually thought that The Last Jedi was the worst Star Wars film. I have to agree with them. Honestly, it just sucks that a week after The Rise of Skywalker, I actually thought the sequels were decent. After watching the prequels again, I just realized how wrong I was about the sequels. So yeah, I hate the sequels now. Can I please just say that in The Last Jedi, we were told about Luke and what he did to Kylo? That was really messed up, and I dedicated episode 2 as to why that was messed up. The main problem about The Last Jedi has to be the Canto Bight drama. Also, I had to rewatch The Last Jedi and take notes for this 10-minute video, so I'd probably appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Anyway, enough of begging for subs. Let's get on to this. This plan to shut down the tracker, it needed to fail, so I'm not going to be criticizing that. It needed to fail to create excitement. In Prison Break, if everything happened exactly as Michael planned, I would not have enjoyed it that much. If anything, it was because of failed attempts, like that failed attempt to escape Fox River and other stuff. There are other issues as well. That's why Michael Scofield had to improvise and outsmart the company or whoever it is that he's up against. And that is actually what makes Prison Break enjoyable. But the thing about Canto Bight is that there are a few careless errors in the script. Prison Break didn't really do too much except for a few which aren't extremely noticeable, and they don't actually ruin the story at all. If anything, while, Season 3, Season 5 and all that, they're not exactly fan favorites, story was consistent. Seriously, every season was good. Let's go on to the careless errors of Canto Bight. Error 1, when they enter Vegas, or Canto Bight, shall we say, they somehow think it is a good idea to park on a public beach. What do you think is going to happen to you? They just slap you on the wrist and forget about it? They literally could have landed in a parking garage or wherever you're supposed to leave your ship, or I don't know, at least leave it in a more discreet location. Okay, but this set is freaking amazing. It's basically it's Space Vegas, and it manages to capture some parts of actual Vegas. High-end casinos, locations which are not doing so well, partying, horse races. It's pretty close. I'm calling this place Space Vegas now. Second, I am surprised that the prison they were sent to had 3 guards and no security cameras. If you're not gonna have any guards guarding the place, you should at least have security cameras. If Michael Scofield was able to walk out of the cell without any guards present, get to Lincoln and just walk out, we would not even have Prison Break. Hell, Michael wouldn't have even needed to get himself arrested to get Lincoln out of there if it was that easy to get out. He could have just gotten out himself, Lincoln. It just does not seem realistic for only 3 guards to be guarding the hull of the cells. So then, a fourth one shows up and is defeated by BB-8 throwing poker chips or whatever that is. He has a freaking gun. He could have just shot BB-8 then and there. After that, everyone else shows up. Honestly, it's their fault for only having 3 people guard the cells. I've never had someone throw poker chips at me, but I know that in Star Wars, the guard could have just shot BB-8 straight away. Seriously, even then, would poker chips even knock this guy out or anything? Not knock this guy out, but it's just poker chips, come on. Mistake number 3. When Finn and Rose escaped through the sewers, they just had to make the mistake of leaving it open. It is not that hard to close up the lid of the sewer, especially when 3 guards in the cell are tied up and not even remotely close to them. I guess that the rampage through Space Vegas could have some flaws, but it was a desperate measure, and they made careless mistakes. Good luck on them for releasing the flawed ears, though. Animal cruelty sucks. And no, I am not your stereotypical vegetarian. I am a vegetarian, but I'm not gonna go into all that crap. But yeah, animal cruelty sucks. Anyway, them joining with the other codebreaker dude was also a desperate measure. Last, Kylo said that Rey's parents were alcoholics who sold her for drinking money. In The Rise of Skywalker, her parents abandoned her because of the drama and crap Palpatine was bullying. Trash contradicting trash. This one is not really part of the Space Vegas drama, but it is a pretty careless error that I need to call it for both movies. Also, the final shot of the film made no sense. It is not significant at all to The Rise of Skywalker. I need to say that some of these mistakes can be shared by both films. Especially mistake 4 and 5. As always, I do not mean to offend anyone who worked on the movie. This is just to point out the flaws in the script and storyline. This is part 4 of a series pointing out the flaws of the Star Wars sequel trilogy. Thanks for watching.